Hello, my dear students. In today's lesson, we are going to review present tenses in English. And the present tenses in English, as you know, are present simple, present continuous or progressive, and present perfect. We are going to review their conjugation in their three respective forms, their spelling rules, and of course, some practice of their uses in sentences. Let us start with observing these 7 sentences and try to identify what tense is used in each of them. First sentence, I am learning Chinese. I'm learning is present continuous. Second sentence, you've walked across the Amazon jungle. You've walked is present perfect tense. And fourth example, my mom and dad always watch my documentaries. In this tense, the verb is present simple tense. Now try to identify the rest of the sentences, what tense is used in their verbs. I know that you're doing great and the correct answers are in here. Let's move now to the simple present tense review. How do we form it? Present simple first form is affirmative or positive one. It's very simple when we use the base form of the verb for all persons, and only the third person singular we add s or es. And move to the second form of present simple, question form, which is formed with the auxiliary do and does. Does is only used for the third person singular, only for that. And the answers to these questions, short answers, are yes I do, no I don't, or does he live in Tirana? Yes he does, no he doesn't. Let's move to the third form, which is negative one, and it's formed with don't and doesn't, and respectively with doesn't in the third person singular, and for all the other persons we use don't, which are short forms of do not and does not. Let's talk now about the uses of present simple. First one is the one which talks about activities that we repeat regularly, and we call them routines or habits. For example, my mom and dad always watch my documentaries. Second use is for permanent situation and states. I don't like cheese, but I like milk. Or general truth sentence example is a doctor works in a hospital. That's a true thing, a true activity for him. Common time adverbials used with present simple are the adverbs of frequency, like always, often, usually, etc. Also the time expressions every day, every week, every year, or said differently, weekly, annually, twice a week, once a month or monthly, regularly, and so on. Let's move to the spelling rules of present simple, which are as you see on the screen. For the verbs which end in consonant plus y, we drop the y and add ies. Second rule is for the verbs which end in s, z, sh, ch, s, and x, they add es on the third person singular. Or the verbs which end in o and go, like do and go, they also add es to the third person. Let's move now to the second tense, which is present continuous. How do we form it? Present continuous tense is formed with the verb to be, and the forms of the verb to be in present simple are am, is, and are, plus present participle, or as we say differently, the ing form. Having in this way, I am watching TV, you are watching TV, and so on. Let's move to the question form of present continuous, which is done with inversion by reversing the auxiliary verb to be before the subject pronoun. So, am I watching TV? Are you watching TV? And the short answers to these questions are yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Let's move to the third form, which is the negative one, and it's formed by adding not in between the auxiliary verb to be and the present participle, having I am not watching TV, you are not watching TV, or the short form, you aren't watching TV. Let's move now to the uses of present continuous, and the first one is for the activities that are going on or happening at the time of speaking. What's happening right now? Right now I'm giving a lecture and you are listening to me. A second use is for the activities that happen regularly, but only for a limited period of time. So temporary routines or habits. For example, I'm studying English a lot these days because we are having a test next week. And the common time adverbials used with present continuous are now, at the moment, at present, these days, and so on. The spelling rules for the present continuous tense, in fact, on forming the ing form or the present participle are as you see on the screen. For the verbs which end in E, they lose the final E and then we add the ing. Like phone, phoning, or make, making, dance, dancing, and so on. Also the short verbs which end in one vowel plus one consonant, they double the last consonant in this case. And there are many examples of this, like sit, sitting, cut, cutting, swim, swimming, etc. The verbs, pay attention to the third rule, verbs ending in IE, like lie, they drop the IE and we add Y and then ing, like lie, lying. Let's move to the third tense, which is present perfect tense. How do we form the present perfect? We form it with the auxiliary verb have, and the forms of have in present simple are have and has, plus past participle. Remember, past participle for the regular verbs is same as simple past tense. The irregular ones are learned by you by heart and they are different to each other. We have here I have done the homework, you have done the homework. We also have the short form of this tense when we drop the H and A, and we have I've done the homework, you've done the homework, and so on. The question form of present perfect, it's also formed by an inversion and by reversing the auxiliary verb have before the subject pronoun. Have I done the homework? Have you done the homework? And the answers, short answers to these questions are yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Let's move now to the negative form, which is also formed with the not in between the auxiliary verb have and the past participle of the main verb. The uses of present perfect are as you see on the screen. First one is for activities with results or consequences in the present. The example is I've lost my keys and now I can't open the door. So because of the losing my keys, the consequence is that I can't open the door. The second use is for actions in the past when we don't know or are not interested in when it happened. Usually when we want to talk about experiences, and it's the experience that counts. I've been to China. I visited Italy 3 times. Third use of present perfect tense is for things that started in the past and continue up till now. For example, I've always wanted to travel, so I have wanted in the past and I still want to travel. Common time adverbials used with present perfect are never, ever, since, for, already, yet, all my life, always, and so on. Let us see the use of and meaning of some time adverbials used with present perfect. Already and yet. Already is always used in positive statements or sentences, and yet is always used in questions and negative sentences. And we see the examples. I've already seen that film. As you see, it is placed in between the auxiliary verb and the past participle. I haven't finished yet. Yet is in the end of the sentence. Since and for. Since tells us always a point in time when the activity began. We've been friends since 2003, while for tells us about a period of time that this activity has taken. We've been friends for 5 years, for 17 years, so for a period of time. And now some practice about what we have discussed till now. This is a task for you to do. You have the 7 third slide sentences and you have to match them to the uses of each of them. That's a homework for you to do. And another homework is you have on the screen 3 sentences. I write emails, present simple. I'm writing an email, present continuous verb, and I've written an email, present perfect tense. You have here to give a wider context to these sentences. So to enlarge them, to expand these sentences into longer ones using proper time expressions as the ones we mentioned before. And now I have here 3 songs recommending you to learn, to listen to them, and why not learn them by heart. First song is Lemon Tree, sang by Fool's Garden, whose lyrics is on the screen, and I've written in red all the verbs used in this song, which are in present continuous tense, if you notice them. And the second song I recommend you is Don't Speak, sang by No Doubt. It's a perfect song to practice present simple tense. And the third song, sang by Prince, is Nothing Compares to You. You can easily find these songs on YouTube. And we will talk about these songs on our Zoom meeting, next one. And we will discuss about these verb tenses, and why not, I recommend to learn them by heart. And thank you for watching, and goodbye till our next lesson. Bye.